Episode number 3, how to design employee experiences. And now this is the hiring stage. So you remember we have 7 stages. Hit the subscribe button, you will get the notification and you can follow. I will link all the videos together. So at the end it will pop up for you. 7 stages: attract, previous video; hire, this video; onboard, motivate, performance manage, develop, and exit. So by saying goodbye to your employees, but even that with in mind employees experience. So this one, and once again the book, right? Don't forget the book. I will put the link in the comment field because this will help you. This gives you so many ideas for each of these sections. What is it that you can do? What you need to think about? Remember, employee experience design is a creative process. So never automate it. Never make it a checklist. Never do. It's a creative process. You can't design it on an Excel sheet based on a checklist. It's what you want, and it changes constantly, right? So the worst thing about corporations, they think they know something, they create something based on that current knowing, and then they let that run for the next 20 years. And this is where we end up today. Everything is changing, dynamic, and everything is creative, especially when it comes to people. So, hire. What is the current situation? We all know because we all been looking for jobs, right? For the past whatever years you've been looking for jobs. I don't know, since you have been on the job market. So start thinking about what are the experiences that I had maybe 10 years ago and I have today. So what are the experiences of your potential candidates that they are having with you today? Is your hiring process too long? Is there is the communication transparent? How many stages, right? So you're gonna have to tell employees or potential candidates, look, the hiring process is 3 weeks, there are 3 steps, A, B, C. So you need to design that and tell that. You can put it in your job advertisement. People love doing it, along with your salary range. So you don't get caught up in the everybody's tiptoeing around the most important thing, because it is important to people. And if you try to deny it, you're not going to hire the best people. So what are the experiences? Are you ghosting candidates? Is your ATS system overwhelmed, flooded with applications that you're going to reject without even looking at? And people, or the best rejection is literally you apply to a job and then 3 minutes later, that was impossible to read your CV, such a short period of time, you get a rejection email. What do you think is the experiences or the opinion of candidates about you or the company? So how can you do that? There is not. Are you sending out rejection? You set your timer or the setting on your ATS system. The people are getting rejection email on a Saturday afternoon or on a Friday evening. What is the best time to do that? You have to think about so many little things. So hiring, ghosting. So think about all those things that people are complaining about online when it comes to recruitment. Social media is full of this information. So if you don't have your own experiences, then you can go to social media. People will tell you what is it that you need to change. Then you have the hiring process. Is it structured? What is every single, the 3 steps, asking the same questions, right? Because that's very, very annoying. So I'm gonna put a link below how to structure, I find my article, how to structure your interviews so you don't end up that everybody's asking the same question, because that's not the purpose of 3 steps, right? 3 steps, the purpose of the 3 steps process is that each interview finds out different information, right? So you don't look like a silly person looking at candidates are looking, okay, but I already told this guy exactly the same, and then end up at the 3rd one, yeah, but I already said the same to the previous 2 people. So you want to avoid those kind of things, because then you don't give a really good impression about the company. What is the impression? Oh, these guys are not prepared. They don't coordinate. They don't communicate. They are not professional, right? So you want to think for the candidate's mind or point of view, what is the experience? Then in terms of delay, sometimes we have delay. We say 3 weeks, 3 steps, but something goes wrong, somebody's on holiday, etc. Are you communicating? And all that. So how do you want employees to feel? So the second part, how do you want them feel? So do you want them to want to work with you? Because the experience that they are having during the recruitment process make them say, you know what, these guys are really cool. They are professional, they are cool. I want to work with them. Fantastic. So what is it that you can do? And how can you achieve so they will say that? How can you achieve that they're going to end up saying, I want to work for these people? So small little things, right? One of the companies did the same. So you remember that when there's an interview, it's always the candidate who sends a thank you email. But they turned it around. They said, no, the moment they leave, we are going to, within the next half an hour, we're going to send a thank you email to the candidate. Thank you very much for your time. You know, it was fantastic talking to you. It's a fantastic experience. Nobody is expecting that, right? Then the landing platform of the online, you know, when they send the link that here is it, Teams or whatever meeting, right? They had a nice little notes, you know, take a deep breath, don't stress, send a message to your family that you are here and you're going to smash that. While you are waiting, Google a recipe, figure out what you want to eat for tonight for dinner. Now, what is the experience that I'm having? That these guys are cool, you know? It's not work is not their life purpose because it's chilled, it's relaxed. So it's not that they are stressing me out. Think about what is the interview question that you're going to. No, that's just stressing me out, right? So relax. Think about the dinner that you're going to have tonight. I absolutely love this. And so all small little tweaks, right? What is the experience? These tiny little things that you cannot. And even with the salary negotiation, is it going to be an awkward process? Is it going to be a straightforward one? Because people love the straightforward things. They don't like tiptoeing around certain topics, especially money. And if candidates asking questions that maybe you don't like, once again, putting a qualified person to interview people is the most important thing you can do during the recruitment phase, because that person is giving the impression, is representing your company. So you really want to put your best people out there. Just like in the service industry, you think about who is going to be behind that reception, behind that cashier, because that person is representing you. So you want to give the best impression. You do the same with your recruiter. Don't just send anybody, whoever has the time. Oh, can you go and interview? The interviewers, are they prepared for my interview, or they just fallen into this interview room and start looking at your CV? What is my experience as a candidate? Okay, these guys all over the show. You design the candidate experience, and these are the things that you need to look at. And these will constantly change. You need to constantly adjust, and you need to be so organized, because guess what? Performance management starts with hiring the best people for the job. Competence. Because if you hire the wrong person, you're going to end up managing performance, and that's a headache, right? But in order to hire the best person, so you don't have to deal with performance issues, your interviewer must be really, really highly qualified and trained. So, impression, what is the experience that currently you're having? What is it that you would like them to have? And what is it that you can do? These small little tweaks, proper structure, etc., etc. Next episode is all about how we onboard people and their experiences. Let's get on to it. So don't forget to subscribe, otherwise you miss out and you can't design onboarding experience. See you there.